Okay, if you've been to Oklahoma City, if you live in Oklahoma City, if you're alive, you've probably heard of Cyclebar, Classen Curve, because it's absolutely incredible. And I want to let you guys know that it's one of my favorite places to do cardio because I'm not very good at cardio. And this place is an awesome, awesome option to do cardio that's low impact, easy on the joints, and you're gonna get a good sweat in. So today, we're going to take a look around Cyclebar, see kind of how they do things, why they got started, and get a little inside scoop with some of the cycle stars because they are worth it, y'all. Let's go. I'm here with Kristen Allen, who opened up Cyclebar in Classen Curve, which if you haven't been, it's absolutely amazing. I know I say that about everything, but I truly, truly believe that about this place. I personally frequent it a lot because I like a good sweat from my friends. But we're going to talk to Kristen a little bit about the behind-the-scenes stuff with Cyclebar Classen Curve that you maybe haven't heard before. So, Kristen, tell us a little bit about why you started this particular studio.
Cyclebar for us was my husband and I, Kelly. We started it about 3 years ago. We really just, I've always loved to spin. Been doing it since I was in college, but really just mainly at like big box gyms. And wanted to bring something to Oklahoma City that was a little elevated. It was, we call this premium indoor cycling. A boutique experience, and looked around for a franchise opportunity, and Cyclebar popped up.
Yeah, and premium it is, people, because let me tell you, this is not your typical fitness studio in any way, but if you've been to any spin classes, this is different from anything you've ever done. I was actually not a fan of spin before this was here, and I took like
We won her over.
You won me over, and that's hard to do. But let me tell you, this is a low impact workout. It's awesome. All the amenities are here. When you walk in, you don't necessarily feel like, oh, I'm in a spin studio. You kind of feel like you're in a boutique that also has spin, which is really cool. So tell us a little bit about like your style of spin, like the Cyclebar style of spin, and maybe what your instructors have to go through to teach this type of spin.
Oh man. So we put them through the ringer. We really do. I would love for you guys to have the opportunity to talk to some of our our new hires, Josie, Ashley, Brittany. Those have all been three people we've added to our team in the last year. We make them work for it. A lot of people come to us expressing interest in being a cycle star, is what we call them. And it's no joke. It's no joke. The most important thing we tell people is you have to be able to ride to the beat. You have to have musicality and rhythm. But then personality is huge. We can't train rhythm and we can't train personality. And then we have what we call a 12-song sequence that they have to really nail. I always tell them I'm going to make you fit inside this tiny box before I give you any liberty to go outside of that. It's a grueling, emotional, physical, it's physically and emotionally demanding. It really is. I can't even put into words how much goes into the experience the 45-minute experience that they put on every day in that theater.
And you can totally tell too, like these girls bring the heat, they bring the fire, but it's not something it doesn't seem pre-rehearsed. I was talking to some of the girls about this the other day. It doesn't seem pre-rehearsed. It doesn't seem like really fake motivation. Like they know what you're feeling on the bike because they've done it, and they've probably done it times 10. So they know exactly what to say to get you to pull that out of your gut and finish the class. And for the rider experience, like I would say the spin portion is really good, but like the choreographed spin is a new concept, I feel like, for what I've experienced. And they just make it so powerful. Like when you look around the class and the whole class is doing the same choreography at the same time, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, I mean, the choreography is kind of what we use to really get you in there and distract you and have some fun. But it's true. I mean, the connection and the experience that you have in there, and the connection that our cycle stars strive to have with every rider in there, and engaging with people, the music, the playlist they put together, it all like plays hand in hand with the experience that you have and how you walk out feeling. We do a lot of choreo. We've also introduced some classes that do a little less choreo and are a little more mental. We really have a good variety for all types. If you're just a grinder and you're in here cross training, or we've got everything from the dancey, choreography filled, fun. It's a good time. We try to get you in there and get you good and distracted.
Yeah. So one of the big reasons that I feel like you kept saying you wanted to provide something for Oklahoma, we're all here because we're super passionate about you guys. We're passionate about Oklahoma, passionate about Oklahoma City, and wanting to elevate what we have.
Yeah.
One big things that you guys provide is community. The community here is it's just unreal. The people come in and everybody's high-fiving each other, but not in a fake way. It's very everybody really truly wants everybody to get better. So the community that you guys have provided and the community that you're still creating, talk to us a little bit about that and why it's so different.
Yeah, so honestly, the culture and community that we have cultivated here at Cyclebar, Classen Curve, has been something that has really caught me off guard. I didn't expect opening Cyclebar 3 years ago. I was opening a spin studio. I love to spin. The community and the culture that we've built has been just such a pleasant surprise and something that wasn't anticipated whenever we started this endeavor 3 years ago. But yeah, and also just our relationship that we've built with community partners outside of these four walls has been so fun. Not to mention this gal right here at Union Performance, one of our favorite partnerships. We've got to plug BHS.
Yes.
Body, Heart, and Soul.
So Kristen and I actually through the Cyclebar, before Cyclebar even started, we had met up and had coffee and kind of talked about we just were two people that had a lot of the same passions. We just wanted to make Oklahoma City better. And from that, we started this idea of a charity fitness event that this year we got to turn into an official nonprofit. So we actually own a nonprofit together, but it's so fun. But because of the community that this fitness industry is rising to be, we've been able to do stuff like that is truly elevating people in more ways than just physically fit. It's all about giving and showing people what Oklahoma is all about. Because if you've been here or if you're from here, we're all about community. We're all about helping each other. We're all about pulling people up from their bootstraps, and that's what we're good at, and that's what we do here.
Yep. And people always ask me, I talk to so many other Cyclebar franchisees across the nation, and they ask me about having a studio in Oklahoma City, and I'm like, man, Oklahoma City is loyal, they're supportive. It's a great place to have a studio. I chose Classen Curve whenever we bought the franchise 5 years ago, and I was determined. It took me almost 2 years to get my door open, but I was determined to be in this spot, this exact location, or I quite frankly didn't want to do it. We're right in the heart of Oklahoma City, and just not only our partnership with Union Performance, but just everybody in the community that we have gotten to build relationships with and promote, and it's really been special. It's been something, again, I know I said it before, but very unexpected, and it's been really special for my husband and I, and the relationships that we've built in the studio and outside of the studio are just so meaningful and really priceless. So
yeah, very cool. Okay, so now we're going to get a chance to talk to some of the cycle stars that you guys know and love and see kind of what got them going with Cyclebar. Haley's going to talk to you guys a little bit about her experience as a cycle star, but obviously with child riding is not the easiest thing. So give us some tips and tricks. Hold on. Why can't I talk today? Give us some tips and tricks about riding while pregnant, because there are a lot of pregnant riders. There's a lot of pregnant instructors right now. Somebody in the water. So give us a little bit about how it feels and what to do and all that.
Well, the weird thing about being pregnant and riding is it's really, bear with me, it's not that different from just riding in general, because we always encourage people to listen to their bodies. I think the difference with being pregnant is you have a different level of responsibility that is no longer just you're thinking about something else. So really tuning into yourself, because your body's going to talk to you. Now, whether you listen or not is on you, but especially when you're pregnant, you're going to know when it's time to pull back, and you're going to know. And if you don't, if you're worried, then ease into it. Take your time. Don't rush it. Honestly, just moving while pregnant is good, assuming your doctor has said that it's okay. So coming in and just pedaling. I say that to all riders, whether pregnant or not. For me, I would say 70% of the time I felt great teaching, 30% not so great. And so those days are the days where I really have to be okay, it's not the end of the world that I have to get off the bike or that I have to not do, my best gear, my best RPM. So like I said, I think it's the same as any other situation in life. There's just a different level of responsibility that you really have to be willing to tune into your body, because it'll talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
And also too, it's important that like if you haven't done this before pregnant,
Yes.
maybe don't start, or if you are starting, just keep it really, really light, because
Yes.
you don't want to introduce something new when pregnant. I've never
Totally.
been pregnant, but that's what I've studied
Always talk to your doctor before you do anything. Like the moment I found out I was pregnant, I asked my doctor, can I still teach? Because I didn't know. And you know, my specific doctor told me I can do what I've been doing, and to really tune into my body. But yeah, I didn't start anything new. If anything, I pulled back and only did spin because I knew I had to, as an instructor, I knew I had to focus on that. So yes, always consult your doctor before you do anything while pregnant. But if you can move, then get moving. But listen to your body.
So if you've been to Cyclebar, Classen, you know how amazing the instructors are. They are literally all incredible, and they all have their own style. And some of them are here today for us to get to chat with. A few that I seriously love so much. Candace and Carrie, absolutely amazing. If you've never taken their class, you might be missing out on the best thing of your life. I don't want to be dramatic, but the best thing of your life. Anyways, so talk to us about like how you put your playlist together and what makes like a killer playlist for you.
Everybody, you have a playlist that you love, and then you go in questioning playlists, and I've learned over the last like 3 years that when in doubt, just do what you're feeling. So sometimes I'm feeling like so it's genuine, because people can tell and you know, they can tell if you're really feeling it or if it's not, like you don't know the music and it's not really a part of who you are or what you're feeling. Yeah, so I feel like just being genuine with who I am and what I'm feeling and how I'm feeling that day. And usually Fridays I'm feeling pretty like ratchet, you know. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Sundays I'm, you know, more in my feelings, so you can kind of know what's coming if you take my classes. Friday we're gonna probably do mostly rap. Sundays there's gonna be some rap because of duh, but you know, there's some soul and you know, it's just, I think if I stay genuine to myself and true to myself, then people can feel that and kind of ride off of your vibe. Yeah, so I think in the community, you can tell in the class the vibe that people bring in. And so, but I think it starts with us and just really encouraging and empowering our riders. And then they feed off of our heart and how we are feeling and what we're giving to them. And then it just becomes electric, especially when the riders are really into it. And so obviously while we create our playlist, we're not just thinking about where we are in the day, but I think about like, where would I be on the Tuesday night after 8 hours of work? Where would I be after a full day, full week of work on a Friday? And so I try to like think about my riders and think about what they need and why, and the type of, you know, during the holidays we try to get really down nitty gritty because that's what people need, just to take it out, you know. And so yeah, we try to just think about where we're at so we're genuine, but also think about where our riders are at. And
So now we're going to talk to our sweet, sweet Carrie. If you guys have taken her class, first of all, you probably can't stop looking at the girl on the bike because she looks good on the bike and her form is awesome. But talk to us a little bit about like why form is so important in this class and why you guys cue it so strongly.
Foundation of the entire workout. So without engaging your core and making sure it helps with everything. It helps you stay in control of your body, which is important so you don't get an injury or you know, hurt yourself, which is an injury. But it literally is the foundation for everything. It's through the entire workout, you should be focusing on engaging your core. It helps your form, it helps you get the most benefit out of the workout, other than just sitting up there and riding a bike. You know, when you're a kid or you're riding a bike outside, you don't think about, your core is actually engaged, but it's different on a stationary bike. You're not going anywhere, and you're cueing the gear a little more up and down, and not to mention mixing in some choreo with it. So you have to be mindful and think about that, and it helps you'll get the most benefit out of your workout.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if your core is engaged, I mean, this goes for every sort of workout. If you're engaged from the beginning, everything else is working properly, so there's no what we call energy leaks. There's nothing that's like acting out of whack or a joint moving in the way that it shouldn't move, and so you're going to get the most out of it. So the cues that the cycle stars give you, or the cues that your coaches give you, they're for a reason. We're not just doing it to be mean, we're doing it because we love you. but also maybe a little bit to be mean, but mostly because we love you.
Yeah.
So talk to us about maybe, like, if you've seen a certain, you don't have to name any names or anything, but like, I know for me, like, I see certain people come in at one level, like beginner level, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool to see them stick with it and like really move and just like blow your mind.
Yeah.
From a trainer's point of view, like, it's the
Yeah.
coolest thing about the job.
Yes.
And I've noticed, like, you guys have really helped a lot of people achieve like beginner status to advanced status, if you will.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about like what that's like to watch some other riders advance in that way.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing to see people just come in here. Most of everybody comes in here. I know I did when I first took a spin class before I ever taught. Nervous and intimidated, and you're scared to death, and you're like, okay, am I going to fall off this thing? Am I going to puke? What's going to happen right now? And so just to see them come in and overcome all the obstacles, because it's just as much a mind game as it is, physical.
I mean, it can be like super intimidating to come in here.
Yeah.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
Well, and I
to
think
walk in and get on the bike and do, and it's so important, and that's why they're so great at making people feel, we're all inclusive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And making you feel welcome and that you're in the right spot and you're here for a reason.
Yeah. There is
And that's
no
huge.
judgment.
Yeah.
There's no
No
judgment.
judgment.
There is not. You will not go to one class where everybody's advanced or everybody's beginner. It is every walk of life, every age, every physical capability. I mean, it's just runs the gamut of everything you could be, I guess.
Yeah, which is cool. It's a very come as you are environment, because you can reach a lot of different milestones, but you have to be okay with like where you're at. I think that goes for fitness in general. Like you have to be, happy where you're at and watch yourself grow and work in that way. Another one of the day one Cyclebar ladies, literally been here. She actually used to work with me at my last gym and taught spin there a little bit. Allie Cooper.
Yes.
So we also go way back. I just feel like we've all been friends for so long. Well, and I feel like for those of you guys who don't know Allie, she has quite the resume. She was a Rockette, which is like a fun thing. Like just a little small. But like, I mean, we've had a lot of different jobs, and there's just a lot of different things, but like you guys can tell that every single one of the instructors here, like you guys are where you're supposed to be, because like I've said it a million times, but all these other studios that we've done videos with, like the quality is really high because the instructors want to be there.
It's true though, having the support and having like kind of the freedom too. That's the thing that we have. I feel that we have the freedom to make our own playlists and to put our own vibe. Like Carrie and I's class are night and day different.
Oh, yeah.
But she teaches an incredible class, and I think you teach an incredible class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like we have the freedom, and Kristen supports that and wants
And
like
loves it, yeah.
don't go try. I'm not gonna go try to play Carrie's cool hip hop, all the cool music she plays, because it wouldn't be authentic to me, and I would look like a fool.
Right.
But like it's, it's like we find she supports the fact that we are ourselves and able to bring that. In our own way. Yes. I know. You got lots to say, huh?
That's the thing, is like what we were saying is every single instructor has their own style, and you guys truly have your own style. Like your playlists are so different and all kinds of things that makes it really unique to you guys, and that is fun for us.
Yeah,
because it's
totally.
never the same. Even if like I went to like Carrie's class one week and went again the next week, or your class one week, like it's never the same thing. I don't ever feel like every single class can be different.
Yeah.
What's the secret recipe to creating that community feel within a class? Because that's hard to achieve, because I've taken a lot of spin classes, and it's hard to feel, with however 48, however many other people, or however many people are there.
Yeah.
It's hard to feel like you're all one unit, but you guys
Yeah.
do it, and you do it well. So like what's an idea, or what's a trick to doing that?
I mean, having a few years under our belt helps a
Yeah.
lot. But I would say knowing the people in our classes, like knowing that 9:30. Knowing kind of what the people like at 9:30 and what the people like at 5:30. Like those are my two time slots. So that's my easy comparison, is that at 9:30 it's more lighthearted, and like paying attention to that. Like way back when we first started, I would play music for the masses is what we say, that you're playing a bunch of different types of music, and in the mornings I would try to play stuff I would play at 5:30, and you could just see it on people's faces that like, I'm not really into this early in the morning.
Yeah.
Like it just isn't the vibe that I'm wanting.
Yeah.
Same thing at 5:30. It's like if it's fun and people are done with their work day at 5:30, they want to grind it out. They want to, get their butts kicked, and they want to get home. So paying attention to that, and you truly can see, even though it's a dark room, we can see their faces, and we can see their reactions of like, are they in it? Are they with me? Are they connected? to me and to the people around them. Even though you're in a room where you're not talking to everyone, there's that connection feel. It's either there or it's not. And it's our job to make sure that it is there and to kind of play the music that we need to play or say the things that we need to say or make them high five each other or whatever it is, change the lights, whatever it is to make them feel connected. That's our job. I mean, that's a huge part of it and why it can either work or not.
Yeah, I think engaging your crowd is like huge. It's huge. It's the difference between a good class and a not good class. Is their engagement with them. It's not. It doesn't start with them. It starts with the instructor up there engaging me, and then I want to engage back. It's contagious because your energy is contagious.
People want to catch a little glimpse of the Cycle Stars or anything. First of all, follow Cyclebar Classen Curve on Instagram. Blue check mark verified. And then all of the Cyclebar stars here, you can find them on Instagram and kind of keep up with their lives and their adorable babies, obviously. You can kind of watch all of that. But if somebody is like watching this and they've never heard of Cyclebar Classen Curve before, they want to take a class, what do they do? Like, how do they sign up?
Well, we have, first of all, don't be intimidated. I get so many people say they're intimidated, and I would say that first and foremost, before you sign up, don't be intimidated. Because we're not intimidated.
And just do it. Yeah.
Just
we talked about that a little bit earlier. Like, we're all inclusive. We want and we do our best when you walk in the door to make sure that you have the best experience and that you feel comfortable. So absolutely. Don't feel intimidated by us. We're really, really, really nice and really friendly and very welcoming, and you'll have a good time, I think. I think.
You will. It's over.
No.
You'll be glowing.
That's right.
Also, along with that, you have to give us, before you make your decision whether you love us or you hate us or you're indifferent about us, you have to give us 3 chances.
Yes.
3 rides.
Yes,
3 rides.
I will say, I can speak to that. The first class I took was a private ride for our old gym, American Energy, and I took it and I didn't understand the choreography portion of it, and so I was scared to come back. And the second time I came back, I was like, this is amazing. So, like, you do have to, give
There's a lot to get to know about our bikes. Yeah, there is a learning curve. And we'll set you up, we'll set your bike up to your settings, but then there's like all the hand positions and there's a lot that goes into the class that becomes very second nature very quickly early on, but you're spending your first class just kind of
taking it all in.
I mean, there's a lot of verbiage that you'll get to know, so you have to give us 3 chances before you make your decision. I will say that. But as far as being able to actually physically book your class, we make it really easy for you. There's a link through our Instagram page, Cyclebar Classen Curve. You can find us online, classencurve.cyclebar.com. We also have a very user-friendly app, Ride Cyclebar. Download it. You can find our location under Classen Curve, and then our entire schedule there. All the Cycle Stars bios. Read those. They're pretty good. And then all the different classes we offer too. We do have a few different formats. So I think that's it. Ride Cyclebar, the app, Instagram, online, our website, classencurve.cyclebar.com.
So really now there's no excuses. You guys know the Cycle Stars. You know the format. You've seen it. No intimidation necessary. Get here. Get to spinning, people. Spin it. What did we say? Spin it out.
Spin it out.
Spin it out. You're welcome to use that. Put it on a shirt. I would like to use it.
Come to Cyclebar, Classen Curve.
Yeah, get here.